Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to be reshelling and modding an old PSP1001. My name's Andrew. I do a lot of retro repairs and mods. So if you like that, please subscribe, comment, like, just tell me whatever is good or bad. I'm all good. I'm trying to make better videos for you guys. So before we get into it, I have a little montage showing you the old console and the new, and then the screen brightness, and then I get right into the bulk of modding the console. So thanks for watching. Okay, so today I have a PSP1000. I think I bought this from Goodwill Finds for like $25. They listed it for parts, untested, which I love to get deals like that because a lot of times they don't have a battery and so they don't even test it. So you can test these with just plugging it into a 5-volt power supply or put your battery in if you have one. And 9 times out of 10 the screen works, but then maybe the UMD drive doesn't work, so it's kind of a gamble on that. But anyway, this one works, fully tested. The power supply plug does not work though, so I'll have to replace that. I don't know if I have a replacement plug, but I have the board. It's going to be a reshell because it is damaged here, and then as well as a screen upgrade. So I have an upgraded IPS 1001 screen. It helps reduce ghosting, and also it's brighter, less power consumption, so your battery lasts longer. So one of the big upgrades for these is to change out the screen, and it makes your battery last a whole lot longer. So a big problem with these, it feels great, it's huge, but the screen kills the battery so fast. So the new battery lasts for probably about like 4 or 5 hours. So just changing everything out, it's kind of gravy on top. All right, so let's get it open. So I like to just get the sticker off. Warranty is void with or without it, so get that sucker out. There we go. Toss that in the trash. And then hopefully I can remember where all these screws go. Well, that ain't coming out. You can see the little screw is definitely broken in there. So that's probably why the power board's screwed up, because you can see it's on the same side of the power board. All right, it just comes right out. You got your thumbstick here. You got these little jelly things here. This is one of the most painful parts of this process, because if these little pins aren't perfectly flush to the contacts on the back here, then you're gonna have a lot of stick drift, and yeah, it's a nightmare. It's absolutely terrible to work. All right, so now I gotta remember how a lot of this fits together. I'm just gonna unscrew most screws here. Okay, I'm gonna get this little tab out. And then, as long as that, there's just a little tab here that this ribbon goes into. So we want to remove this bar here so we can get the screen out. It just pops right off. And take that off to the side like that. And then we try to get under. Might as well get these off too, because we don't really need those since we're replacing the case. And since we're replacing the screen, I'm not too worried about damaging it. But there is like a little adhesive layer going around the screen, which Makes it a lot harder to get around into. But you just kind of wedge your way in and try to get that gunk out. All right, we got it. Hooray. Then we got some more little tabs on the back here. Got this little power tab. We don't want to break any of these. These are very brittle. Use a very long flat edge if you can. And then it should just come right out. So I know this works, so I'm going to save that off. Can sell those reports, surprisingly enough. A lot of people are die-hard traditionalists. All right, so let's take this side in. Yeah, I kind of screwed the pooch on that. So I mean, right now we could take this piece off and see what is the issue with our power board. This ribbon cable is completely chuffed. It just came right out. So that might have been a big problem with that as well. Anyway, all right, so we got 3 screws on top here. It's very important to remember the order this goes together. I am a very terrible person to remember that. So I am basically just reminding myself, do not forget how this is layered. All right, so let's see here. This piece comes all out. Set that there. Okay, and we got this little tabby boy here. It's easier to take that out and then replace. This is a bad board. Okay, and that's where the gel pads make contact, in which case they're right here. This stack up is very, very important, what's underneath this. Oh yeah, we got another little tab down here. We got all these little wires as well. Ah. Oh god, it's such a pain in the butt. Alright, and trying to get these speakers out, it is a pain as well because they put a little adhesive on it. And if you do something wrong, little diaphragms will blow out and you won't get sound. Wow, this is some experience. Alright, so we got the motherboard out. We need to get the little ribbon cable too out from there. Perfect. Okay, another fun part. So now a lot of this stuff is on the other side. Still gotta get this metal plate off. Yeah, a lot of that is just pop it out, pop it out. Whew. And that pops right out. So that is giving it tension to there. And then we get these little dillies out. And this should come right out. So while I have this out, we don't need anything else with that. So we can get all that cleared off to the side, out of the way. Clean, so I'm not too worried about it. So, all right, now we're ready to repeat this all in reverse. Should be good to go again. You know, I always forget something. I always forget something. But, you know, at least it's all about just having fun learning. Cool. I don't like how that sheen is on there, but it'll be okay. All right, and then get these things a little hooked in there. And we just kind of like squeeze right in there. Okay, well now's the time to figure out, because I know this was part of that, and then that was part of that. Oh man, what a pain, what a pain. So this piece goes like that. Goes right in there. Like so. Cool. Or is it the other way around? Like this. Little tug, make sure it doesn't come out. Cool, cool. This little antenna goes through and through, up, over, under here. Get the little bit of the tape back down. There's one of these screws over here. Okay. All right, well, solder blob is done. Let's get this going. My lord, that was absolutely brutal. The screen and the function bar. So let's get our little kit out. And so we don't forget this again. There we go. Don't want to break that. So after all that, that would have been fantastic. Ah. All right. Well, I'll say that is a big success. Well, secondary, does it charge? That was a big issue before because I could not charge before. Yes. All right. Don't want too much of the foam onto the sides. Yeah, so before I take that off, I'm gonna get the buttons and everything into the top case. I will need to grab a new thumbstick. All right, well, let's do or die now. Much better. All right. Sweet. All right. Cool. Well,